Okay, welcome to Tate Design Group. This is the first series of me critiquing and redesigning logos that I think are really bad. I came across this logo through someone I follow on Instagram, and she posted this league, which is the Women's Football Association League. And I commented on her page, WTF, because this is a really bad logo. At first glance, it looks like a woman's behind. It looks really bad. So I'm just going to I want you to look at it. It looks like the bottom of her derriere. It really does. Especially with this whole curvature going back here. Let me just go ahead and give this a different color. Let's make this green. And I just want to let's see if I can make the color change. There we go. Oh, so let's just go ahead, and I just want to do this really quick. So I want you to see this here, and we're gonna make it probably a little bit thicker so you can see. There we go. And then you got another curvature here, and right here between these two curvatures, right there between these two curvatures, it looks like a rear end. It just really does. It's a bad design, and I'm not sure if somebody actually took the time to look at this. It's just really a bad design. But the worst part also, it looks like there's a tail. It just looks really bad. So, this is this tail coming out. And by the way, pardon the squiggly lines, I'm using my mouse and not a pen. So, you got this thing going on, and then you have the curvature of a bottom. And this is really bad. I don't even know how to explain this, how this even got approved, and how nobody actually saw this. It's really bad. So I want to switch over to another page. So Women's Football Alliance, correction, not Associated with Alliance. So I want to switch over to another page, and here we go. We're checking some things out, and we're going to just move it to the side. And what I would probably like to do is redesign this logo. So we're going to kind of move it to the side a bit. And we're going to literally redesign. Yeah, we're going to redesign this logo because this is really bad. So let's go ahead and let's copy the main shape, which is the shield. And what I'm going to do is just work on another layer right here, pull it up, and we're going to work on this layer. So I'm going to just do a quick line. So before that, let me get my color palette straight. And oh look, I have the latest version of Illustrator, and I still have my Pantone colors, but we're not using them right now. We just want to use the basic default art and illustration, which is fine. And if you don't know how to move them to your regular palette, you basically just click here, click there, and drag and drop, and so long, see you later with the original. So here we go. So what I would like to do is I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to use this magenta, and I'm going to go ahead and recopy the shield. So let me use the pen tool, and let's get some lines going on here. And the easy way to do this, if you're not familiar, is basically doing it in halves. So that way you don't have to worry about redrawing it and it's not precise on each side. Now when you do it in halves and it's not exactly right and it's looking a little funky, like kind of like what I got it right now, you can just go ahead and make some slight adjustments. And let's pull it over here. There we go. So as you can see, it's not lining up properly. So, but we're going to take care of that in a second. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and we're going to just move this slightly over. And we're going to move this slightly over. And it's probably not even up the top, but that's okay. And we're going to move this slightly over. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. So let's go ahead. So that way we come to a point, and we're just going to join things together. And that should work just fine. And then we'll line it up all later on. And I'm going to lock this layer really quick. And we're going to join it, and voila. So now as you can see, we still got a little gap going on here. And basically we're just going to remove it. And as you can see on the bottom, you probably got a little discrepancy going on. Oh, look. And let's see. And we're just going to move these points just to straighten it out a bit. There we go. We got that shield going on. And then in order to make this top part, what we're going to do is just something very easy, which a lot of people don't know, is you just make a bar. And you move over to the warp effects. And you want to arch it. Just like that. Just like so. And then you go into objects and you want to expand the appearance to make it permanent. So there you go. So now we have our basic shapes. And what I'm going to do is basically give it a quick outline. Now we want to make sure that our black is black. We're going to bring it all the way over here to make sure our black is black. And we want to make sure that this is the correct black. So we're just going to put that over there. And then we're going to also bump up the stroke. Now, there's two ways to do it. Now, personally, I don't like doing it this way, but you can increase the stroke. The proper way to do it is to make a copy, paste them back, change the color to black, go to the path and offset path. That is the correct way of doing it. And then you hit the preview button, and then you can just increase your stroke. And that's the proper way to do it. You see that? You don't lose, it only does the outside. So we're going to do that. And we're going to kill a miter. We're going to round it off a bit, or we could bevel it. Let's see what looks better. Now let's keep the round. So now we know the round looks better. And for this, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to pull this to the front. There we go. So So now we're looking similar to what we have originally. And we're just going to move this to the side a bit so you can see. So now we have the up part. My dog hears something. Yeah, she's a big German Shepherd, over 100 pounds. So here we go. So we have this going on, and so now we have the basic shape of the shield, and we're going to go ahead and save this. WFA logo redesign. There we go. Save that to the desktop. Okay, so now we have that. We have 3 sections here, and this here is the most troubling part. Let's go ahead and change the color real quick. So I want you to understand my frustration with this logo is this right here. This section right there. That is the problem child. This is really bad. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to label it really bad. Because I want people to understand when you're doing graphic design that it's really important. Let's go ahead and change the font really quick. There we go. That's fine. And we'll also put this in full magenta. There we go. We'll label it really bad design. Matter of fact, we're just gonna really bad design. We'll put that right there. This is really bad. Really, really bad. Like I said, it looks like a derriere. It does not look like women's football. I guess this is supposed to be a shoulder pad area, and it's not. And this is supposed to be a helmet, and the only way that you know that this is a helmet is from looking at this area here, which we're going to put another square, and we're going to highlight that as well. So this is supposed to be the football helmet, and I guess this is supposed to be the shoulder pad. But the problem with having the shoulder pad is that it doesn't look like a shoulder pad. Between these two circular, semicircular sections, it looks like a woman bending over with some sort of tail coming out. And this is why it's a really bad design. If it's giving me this feeling, I'm sure it's giving you that feeling. And it's just really bad. And then it's supposed to be a football here with the star. Well, I can tell you right off the bat, that's not a football. It looks like a football, but it's not a football. And it's really bad. So let's go ahead and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull out, I'm sure I have a helmet somewhere in my thing. So we're gonna pull out football helmet. I'm gonna search for football helmet on the other side. And we're gonna find something. I'm gonna open up. I'm just waiting for the search to happen. And you just put it over here. So just bear with me a second. There we go. I found some helmets. But I want to find a particular helmet from the side that I believe that can work really, really good. Oh, I found one. So these are some helmets that I created for a brand that I'm doing. So I guess you'll get a quick peek of the Queen's Jets. So this is really cool. These are some cool helmets that I did. So we'll just pull one out and we'll copy and paste. And we'll just pop that in here. So now we have a helmet, a real helmet, not like that. So let's get this out of here. We don't need the name brand on there. And there we go. So we'll pull that to the side. I believe I have a football somewhere. So let's go ahead and let's find a football, which I do have. Football. And I believe I do have a generic football clip art somewhere that I've created. And let's see what we pull up over here. I'm just looking for a vector football. I know I do have one. Oh, and I also have another helmet that I can use. That's really cool. And let's actually pull up another helmet just in case. There we go. So we have that helmet. And let's put that over here. That's really cool. So I'm still looking for the actual football clip art. I know I have something in here, so just bear with me for a second. All the footballs that I have are photoshopped and not the You know what? While that's searching over there, and I do have one. While it's searching over there, let's go ahead and let's kind of just start working on this a little bit. So we have the WFA. Oh, we have sports. Oh, maybe we'll try this one over here. Oh my. You know, when you want to record something, all of a sudden, all the outside noises want to come to the forefront. So unfortunately, we are kind of stuck with the sounds of the environment. And I'm still looking for the football clip art. You know what? Instead of us killing ourselves looking for something, why don't I just find something online? Football. Actually, some of these are cool. Let's see what we have. That one looks pretty decent there. That one looks cool. And what we're doing, we're just doing a quick recreation, so that's why we're just going to find something. Now, this is what they had. They had something similar to this. But I want something that will just kind of work. I don't have to do too much. That one actually looks pretty good. But they have the stripes on it, and I like the stripes of football. Should have some stripes on it. That one looks cool. Let's go back to the early ones that we saw in the top. You know what? Let's see what this one is. We'll save that to downloads. Yeah, we'll do that. Because I'll just rebuild the artwork from there. There we go. That'll work fine. So we have the football, but we have this passenger, this passer. And then of course we have the 5-pointed star. So let's go ahead and let's down a 5-pointed star. Oh, wow. Street sweepers. That one will do just nicely. There we go. So we're going to pull that out. And what else? So, oh, and this, I guess, football boy, this is supposed to be a ponytail. So let's find a ponytail online. And let's do ponytail clip art. Because I don't feel like drawing anything right now. Yeah, that's cool, right there. That'll work just fine. As a matter of fact, the girl will work just fine too. So we're gonna pull this up. Yeah, we're just gonna rip this off. Perfect. And we're just gonna redesign this with some basic stuff. Like, I don't understand why whoever designed this, yeah, should have put a little more effort into it, and whoever approved this should have been fired, straight up. So, and then we have the matter of the font. So WFA, and we're gonna see if we can get a better font than this. WFA, or find the actual font, logo, PDF. Usually if you ask for a PDF, oh look, somebody got a deck. Uh-oh. They dropped in a, see that? Pixelated. Oh my gosh. Their deck is pixelated. Oh, this is horrible. This is how you know that somebody not professional created this deck. Yeah, this is really bad. Okay, let's see if they're actual. Yeah, it's coming up. Still pixelated. This one might work. This is a little better. So let's download that. And we're going to open this one up. We're going to pull this out. Let's put it over here. And I want to open it up in Adobe Illustrator. The reason I'm going to open it up in Illustrator because if it's vector, I should be able to pull a vector artwork. And let's see what it's all about. People don't know that you can actually pull artwork. Let's see what's going on with this here. This is not, yeah, for some strange reason, they don't have the vector file. They just do not have the vector file, which is really bad. And if they had the vector file, they're not using it. Wow. That actually looks better. I actually like his WFA way better. So maybe we'll go ahead and we'll knock his off a bit. Yeah, we'll do that. We're just literally gonna redefine and redesign this logo from the ground up. We'll just pop this in here too, and we'll make do. So this is a red, white, and blue logo. Oh, and we need a football player. So we're gonna go ahead and female football player. Let's find a clip art for that. Female football player. And clip art. Somebody has a shape or a figure that we can use. Okie dokie, they have some. See, now you say football. For those who are not familiar, football is the correct term for soccer around the globe. Only we Americans call it soccer, so that's why you're seeing this here. So we're going to put American, and this should help. Maybe it didn't. They're still identifying it as football. So we have this here. We don't want that. That's it's not good. And so we really got crappy. That's a little too detailed. We don't want that. That's a little better. You know what? What I'll do? So a lot of times you would have to create the custom silhouette or figure. And it looks like we're going to have to do that. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that. Because where we're getting clip art is just not, the shape is just not there. Actually, this one might work. Yeah, actually that one could work. Yeah, I think that one could work. I think we can modify that one. And the reason that you're getting all the clip art stuff is because I'm not getting paid to do this. So you will not be seeing me right now unleash the full Tate Design Group. But we're just going to put this together just to kind of show you that this is a really bad design. Let's start with this. This is the first episode, and we want to make sure that, you know, you got something going on right. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to convert this. We're going to do an image trace, expand, perfect. We're just going to move this out the way. Perfect, and that'll do. Okay. So I kind of like this a little bit. We're going to have some fun with it. I see some things already here that I don't like. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to fix the helmet. Or better yet, we already have a helmet. I think we could just superimpose this helmet, but it's kind of like a 3/4. And then we're going to go ahead . We want a silhouette, and we just want it black. There we go. So, just to keep things simple, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this all one shape for the hell of it. There we go. Make sure we're on the same layer. Of course we're not. There we go. And for this figure, we're literally going to take the head off. So let's go ahead and just erase this head. And it's always good to play some good music to get you in the mood to dance or just feel really creative. And we're just gonna erase the head. And by the way, I'm doing this with my mouse once again. I'm not doing this with the tablet and I am not using any pen or Wacom tablet of any sort, so we're not using that. There we go. And we don't like this extra part here, so we're just gonna take this out too, and then we'll fix the back. And then we're going to give her a neck. So that way at least somebody's in there. There we go. And then more importantly, we're going to take care of this ponytail where it doesn't look like it's coming out somebody's behind. So we have that. Once again, we're going to go to image trace, expand, and what we're going to do is we just want the ponytail. So once again, we're going to go to our eraser tool, you can see, you know, we might probably just add the, there we go, let's, and then we're going to go ahead and flip this over, and yeah, that is fine. So now, other thing we're going to do, which I kind of was thinking about, is we're going to use the silhouette of the woman's face. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little chop once again. And we're going to chop off the ponytail. Go. What we're going to do is we're going to actually create this a different color. So right now we're just going to make it blue. Oh, we'll make it green. What the hell? And I think we'll actually change the helmet so that we can have the silhouette come out of the helmet. So that means her head needs to be fit this way. Yeah, that's about right. So as you can see right there, and yeah, so this is what we're going to do. We are literally going to chop off the guard, the face guard on the helmet, and we're going to create a newer one, unlike that crap we saw in the other one. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. There we go. Perfect. So even now you can see, and so what we'll also do, just to keep it right, we're going to smooth it out a little bit. Let's just get rid of some of these points. Or better yet, we will just create a new smooth. And that should take care of it. Like I said, I'm using my mouse, so bear with me. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and join the two together, make them solid. There we go. Now we're going to put a face guard on it. And I'm going to use the oldest trick in the book. We're just basically simply going to that'll do. And then we'll make it thicker. Just like that. We're not trying to do too much. You just want to make sure that you get the gist. And so we're gonna round off the nose. There we go. We'll just go ahead and extend it out a bit. There we go. And yeah, that's fine. I think we need any more than that. We're going to expand it, make it solid. And we're going to go connect them all. Well, we will go ahead. We'll go ahead do this, and then we'll just add a little bulb to it. There we go. So we're going to connect that to that. Now we're going to get our helmet. And there we go. One solid helmet. We're just going to keep it simple and stupid. Not trying to do too much. Let's move this out the way. And let's move this into play. There we go. Let's keep a copy over here just in case. I'm going to fix this neck a little bit. There we go. We're going to make the helmet black. There we go. But we're going to make the girls. Let's give her another color, but we'll figure out the color in a minute. Now, we have the whole arm thing with the hand. And then we have the number 13. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 13 out. We don't need that. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're just going to add some accents or something, so as you can see it's a shoulder pad and not a woman's behind. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And once again I'm on my mouse. Maybe we'll add a little brush to it. So let's see if we have any. Yeah, that'll do just fine. That'll do just perfect. And so what else do we have? Okie dokie. So now we want to, believe it or not, we want to add some female external parts, and we're just going to quickly add that in. So even though the part, usually it's with the padding on the chest, you still just want to add just a little something. So that we clearly know that this is a woman and not a man. There we go. Now usually the breast would sit around here, but we're gonna put it right there. And we're going to, actually, you know what? I got a better idea. And then we're just going so let me cutting it out. I'll just add it in. There we go. And let's go ahead and join all of that together as one shape. Maybe not. There we go. So now we got this point here, copy. And let's make that perfect. There we go. Well, maybe not. Yeah, that's better. And voila. So now we have a little bump showing the female chest area, and then we have all of this, and this will be the padding and the whole female figure. So there we go. We're rocking and rolling with that. Let's go ahead and save that. And by the way, you should be saving about every 5 minutes in case the computer dies, the power goes out, there's a crash. You've only lost 5 minutes worth of work, not a half an hour's worth of work. So here we go. And so we're looking better already. We're looking way better already. So let me go ahead and start getting these layers set up. And so what I'm going to do is put this layer on the bottom. So this one is always on the bottom. And then this one, this new football player, we're going to put her right here. And kind of start separating the layers. And this is practicing good file building, which is really, really important. So let's move the football player down a little bit. And I'm actually kind of liking this composition right here. Just bringing just back just a little bit. I'm liking the composition, the way it's going on. Now they have this football thing going on down here. So this is where we're going to bring our little football in. You know, the little shock football, which I kind of like. It looks a little stylish. And then we're going to enhance it from there. So let's go ahead. Let's do an image trace on it. Expand it. Alright, there we go. Let's get rid of that. And what we're going to do is we're going to create our own football shape. There we go. And we're literally going to create our own football. Okay. One, two, three, four, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to pull it out, hit 20 times on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. There we go. So we got the football shape down. We're just gonna same thing with here. We're just gonna bring it to a point. The football is a little pointy. There we go. And so, kind of got the shape a little bit. We're looking good. Let's get a little outline. Now, usually I do an outline, but this, once again, copy, paste in the back. We're going to make it solid black. And then we're going to offset the path. There you go. A little thick. There we go, perfect. I was inclined to actually add the stripes to it, but it actually looks better as a shock football. So we're going to head with the little lines. We're going to actually leave that there. And now we have our football. So let's move these out the way, because I like making a mess. It's very creative to see all the extra steps I've done to create something. And not to mention, and we're going to start cleaning this up as we're moving around things. Things that I'm not using, I'm actually going to move to another layer and turn off the layer so you don't see them. So we're not using this helmet, so we're going to move that to the other layer. You never know, you might want to come back and do some things. We're going to move that to another layer. I'm going to move this to another layer. I'm going to turn them off, this one, because we're not going to need any of this. Well, not right now. So right now we just have left the star, the football, and then the text. So we've ran our text, so we're going to leave that for last. Here we have the football player. So let's just go ahead and just kind of group everything together for a second. Because what we're going to do is we're going to create a clipping mask. So copy and paste, and we're going to move that up front to that layer where the football player is at, and we're going to select both of them, and we're going to hit Command 7, and voila, we have clipped it. So now it's looking better already. It's looking way better. And we're going to get to the colors in a minute. So here we go, and then we have this football that here. Now I actually like it outside of it. It looks cool, just to kind of break up the whole shield thing, but let's keep it within the shield because we're redesigning the logo, and I want it just to kind of have some level of continuity between the two. What I don't like is this star. This star is really bad. I think the star can be added in, but it doesn't need to be in the football. So let's yeah, I don't think we need to put the star there. Because once we put everything else there, I think the star can go somewhere else. But let's go ahead and let's do an image trace of the star. There we go, we got a nice star. looks like kind of like the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys star. We're gonna expand it, and there we go, done deal. So now we have a star. So let's just kind of place the star a little bit. Actually, it doesn't look that bad on the bottom. Doesn't look that bad. So maybe we move the girl up. That's a good thing about when you do clip and pass. And nothing's permanent. You can always move things and adjust them around. And so, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something really cool. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add a section. We're literally going to add a section. We're going to create a whole section so that we can add the star. And the star doesn't kind of look like we just put it there. And don't worry, this is going to go in the clip. So we're going to go ahead. Now this here, this one we're going to do a stroke on the actual object itself. And it's fine that, yeah, it actually works out pretty good. And then we bring this to the front, and voila, we've got our star, and then we've got our football. There we go. I'm going to take the bottom shop logos. There we go. I don't think we need these. And what we're going to do is we're going to find, there we go. And offset the path just a little more. Thank God that there we go. Perfect. So you can always adjust the path if you don't expand it. And what we're going to do is the same thing with here. We're going to create a path. We're going to do this properly, same way we did last time. But this one, the back here, you notice is a two-party. So we're just going to go ahead and make it a solid shape so that when we create our path, it's solid. We don't have to worry about extra lines. So let's go ahead and hit offset path. And this we want mitered. A lot of times, sometimes, depending on the original shape, you're not going to get the miter. So we'll just end up creating our own miter. Let's hit 05. We'll leave it there. And there we go. Now, for the sake of logo, I'm going to hit the expand appearance, and there we go. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to create our own miter. And then, oh look, see? We have a notification, but we'll listen to that later. And we're just going to create some tips. There we go. People don't understand how it's easy to make some tips. get this point taken care of. That way it's looking good. We don't want the tip down here because we don't want the tip protruding, so we're just going to bring this in here. There we go. Perfect. So now we're looking better already. We're looking way better. Way better than this really bad design. This is a really bad design. I can't say this enough. And so now that we have the elements in place, we have the football lady. So now we found this WFA. We found this logo. This type font. It's really nice, and we're just gonna take it. Yeah, we're just gonna take it just for the sake of design. We're not selling it. You know, we're basically using off-the-shelf things or things we found on the internet to redesign this logo, which is better than this really bad design. This is really bad. And so we're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and let's go ahead and do a preview. There we go. That's worked fine. Kind of got rid of everything all in one shot. We're gonna expand it, and we're gonna get rid of all the other stuff that we don't need. And so here's the problem. So we got that, but the WFA logo itself goes from here to here to here. So we can use a different font altogether that actually may work better. So let's go ahead and let's just use some regular type. WFA. We want to make sure that it's going to work, and we'll just go ahead and see if we have a typeface that's really cool that we can use. That's going to work great as you're arching the font, because we're going to arch the font. There we go. Another notification. Busy day today. No, that one. I like the F and I like the A. I'm not too sure on the W. I think we need this. Let's see. We're just going through a series of fonts. I do have thousands and thousands upon thousands of fonts. I'm probably close to over 100,000 fonts, but I don't want to open up that program. I'm just looking for something cool that's going to work really well when I bend it. I chose to use a modern font kind of similar to that, like the UFC. And I want something that's going to be proud and dominant and wide. That actually doesn't look that bad. Like Bad Axe. Bad Axe is kind of nice. No, not that. Let's see. Let's see. We're still looking for a font. Choosing a good font is really, really important. And so, as you're choosing a font, actually, this actually looks cool. Let's go back to that. Big Maca. Yeah, let's roll with Big Maca. That actually looks cool. Let's see what that's gonna look like bended. So let me go ahead and change the font color to white so we get more of a contrast. And let's begin our bending. So let's go in effects, let's go to warp, and let's go to arch. Yeah, it actually doesn't look bad at all. And so what we want to do is we want to expand the width between the fonts. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. Now, we got another bending problem, so we want to bend it just a little more. So let's go ahead into appearance, since we've already done it. We'll arch, and let's, there we go. There you go. So here, yeah. And we're gonna bring it down a little bit, and we're gonna bring the girly just a little smaller. Yeah, that actually looks better. Yeah. I'm gonna move this to the side. We're gonna move both of these to the side. Actually, we're gonna move them to that other layer that's invisible, so we'll get them out the way. There we go. We're gonna move this over to that layer. There we go. So we're actually winning at this point. We're definitely winning. As you can see the difference between the two. And so let's go ahead and just kind of move this over a bit. Unlock everything, make sure nothing's locked. There we go. And we're also, what else we're gonna do? We're gonna expand the artboard. There we go. And so here we are, redesigning this really bad logo to something that's better. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We just want to make it better. And so now we have color, and once again, really bad design. Looks like a woman's behind. This looks like a football player. This looks like a donkey. All right, we don't want a donkey. Donkeys are not playing in the women's football alliance. Women are. Very beautiful women. And so here we go. So we got that going on. We got the football, we got the star, we retained those two items. We've also implemented a new football player that looks like a football player and not a donkey or a woman's ass with a tail coming out of it. And we've changed the font up. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna make a copy of that, move that to the side, and push that to the invisible layer, because we might want to come back and edit that. And so we'll have that, and then we're going to expand this. Done. And expand appearance. So correction, let's go back. We turn this into outlines. So as you can see, it's no longer typeset, it's now outlines. And then from the outlines, we want to expand appearance. So there we go. So when we click on it, well, we know what we got. And so we have that. Now, let's go ahead and start recoloring this at this point moving forward. I'm not going to make the football blue. I don't know. Let's go ahead. They're kind of doing the whole MLB, NFL, red, white, and blue thing. And so let's go ahead and see we're going to follow that. So let's, better yet, why don't we pull up an NFL logo that I do have, sports teams, I do have that. And let's pull up an actual NFL logo, which I do have. NBA, and let's pull all three. And let's go back. And we're using this for color reference only. So you can see the three major leagues. So we're just gonna put these to the side. You notice they have different blues and different. I tend to like the more navy blues as opposed to the dark blue. Sometimes you may see them using a royal blue, but I like the dark blue. So let's go ahead and let's pull these colors. And so we're going to do a picker. There we go. And we're going to put these down below. So that way I have them. There's a red. I'll pick that red. We're going to pull all the colors. I'm going to pick the blue too. I'm going to pick this red. So we have all three reds. And we have all three blues. So, we can pick whatever we like. There we go. So, as you can see here, we have all three colors. And let's go ahead and let's pick a red. Actually, red looks very, very nice. Now, considering we're in RGB, right here you can see we're in RGB, so that red looks very nice. This bottom, the football is at, let's go ahead and let's make that the navy. That looks a little dark, so there we go. Actually, that looks better. So on here they have it white, and I think here, let's go ahead and select the black. We're going to make the black dark navy. And we're going to make this here. There we go. So, and then we're actually going to make the neck. Remember we had the original neck? Yeah, let's tighten up that neck a little bit. And let's just go ahead and make that. There we go. Perfect. Look at it. See that? Working out already. And we have this little white section over here. Let's go ahead and make that red. I don't know what these are, but they're coming out. And the little line we had here, we're actually going to make that line. I'll make that red too. There we go. It's looking better already. Once again, not this. Doesn't look like a derriere. Okay, this looks like a derriere with the tail coming out of it. So now we have the football, and we have the top part. Now they use gray. I don't know. Let me think about this. Let me just pop a gray in there really quick. And well, maybe, just maybe we throw a gradient in there. Metals. Maybe we'll put a gradient in there. What the hell? Yeah. Look, looks perfect. Looking better already. Doesn't look so flat. Gives it a little feeling. And so, which gives me another idea. Maybe we'll make the whole shield itself. So I got another idea. Let's tell you what. Let's see that. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Alright, I got an idea. So let's go ahead, because we're gonna do the expand appearance, everything. There we go. And I'm gonna actually chop. There we go. And then we're gonna take this, color drop it, and voila. And let's see the parents. Offset path. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Make sure we got everything on the same layer. Do we? Something we don't. So let's find out. There we go. And let's go ahead and create this on another layer. Voila. So now we have this girl thing going on over here. Let's perfect. Let's take that out. And the reason we're taking it out because it looks like her body's chopped, and we don't want that. Yeah, there we go. Looking better. So now we have the white football. And what we're going to do is we're going to change this to the dark blue. There we go. Let's change that to the dark blue. Yeah, we getting there. We getting there. We getting there. Take the black out. Change that to navy. There we go. Yeah, we getting there. So everything that was black is now navy, deep midnight navy, which I like. So now I'm thinking about the football player. And I'm thinking we should revert her to white. And see what it's looking like. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now it's looking like a sports logo. So here we are. So we've gone from a really, really, really bad design, as you can see. And let's go ahead and we don't need these at all, so we're going to go ahead and delete them because we just basically wanted the color palette. And we went from a really, really bad design. As a matter of fact, let's put that in black and red. Really bad design. We went from a really bad design to a way better design. A Tate redesign. This is the old. This is the original logo. There we go. Original logo. There you go. Happens, you get excited, start clicking on buttons, letters get jumbled up. There we go. So we took this really, really bad design, which was the original logo. Let's put that over here. And this is the redesign. Let's go ahead and make it the same. This is the Tate Design Group redesign. I mean, it's just as simple as that. It's a redesign. And matter of fact, let's make it light blue. There we go. So this is our redesign. And it looks better. It looks way better. It looks cleaner. And what we have here is a clear difference between the derriere in this logo design. And so let's go ahead and let's remove this, because we've seen it long enough. And yeah, this is way better. We don't have that derriere looking shape, and then the only indication it's a helmet is this area over here. And this football got lost. It's, you know, the position is okay, but the dark blue and the black mixing together, it's just really bad. This is really bad use of design as well as use of color. Black and navy blue really should not go together. Just like you usually don't put red on top of blue or blue on top of red. It gives that effect, and it's color-wise bad compositioning. And so we're going to say that this is bad composition right here. This is bad composition of color between the navy and the black. And then you got this gray and white star, and you don't need the circle. The circle's not needed. It's just not needed. You know, it's just not good composition, and it wasn't really well thought out. Neither was the female football player who looks like a woman's ass. And we're going to keep saying that. It's a really, really bad design. And we have the Tate Redesign Group. This is way better. You know, we want to do a redesign, but we want to stick to the look of the original. And so it required some changes. Once again, the black. So now you have here, you have this color palette going on. So let's just do this really quick. So I want you to understand the difference. We're going to go back. Matter of fact, we're going to pull back. We're going to pull these logos back over here, because I just want to show you something. Copy and paste. I want to put here, and I want you to see he was trying to create, whoever designed this logo, he was trying to create the iconic three-color football scheme, red, white, and blue, for American sports. And so he failed it because he did more than that. And so let's go ahead and he's got this color going on. So he's got, let's do red. White, red, white, blue, Then he's got this gray. And then he's got black. And as you can see, the iconic colors, they have red, white, and blue only. Alright. And this is where the logo died. When it should have just been this color, maybe a fourth color as an accent color, which we've used here. But here's an accent color plus an outline color, which really, as you can see from here, let's blow this up a little bit, doesn't have it at all. None of these logos have an accent color or stroke color. You can see that. Let's go right here. Let's blow that out really big, as you can see. It does not have, so, but just for the sake of this logo design, once again, red, white, and blue. There is no accent color or stroke color. It's just red, white, and blue. And we could do the same here. We can make it red, white, and blue. So let's go ahead and let's do a copy. Let's pull this one to the side. And let's go ahead and let's make it red, white, and blue. There we go. Done. And as you can see, let's go ahead and expand the artboard a little bit so we can pull it up. So as you can see, now it's in line. But the other thing you notice, or may notice, there's a large amount of a blue field, which we don't have. We have a red field. So to keep in lockstep with this one, let's go ahead and let's add, and we're going to do this kind of like cheating a bit, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this dark blue bar, right? And we're going to go ahead and apply arch. Yeah, we don't really like that. And we're going to open up the appearance and we're going to work on that arch just a little more. Let's go ahead and we're going to drop into the clipping path of the girl. There we go. So we just wanted to find where her clipping path was at. There we go. Now, I don't like the way it's bending, so it looks like we're going to arch it just a little more. So we got the field going on, and I'm like, you know what I can do? Red and blue, and I mentioned that earlier. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna break that up. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's making a little more sense. Yeah, there we go. And so now that we've broken that up, let's go ahead and change this out. And since we're going to go ahead and expand the pyramids on that. So that way we need to do a massive change. And let's see, now that we have that there, let's go ahead and change that out. There we go. Now I think yeah. There we go. And so we got the red, white, and blue down. Let's go ahead and delete these. We don't need those now. And so now we have the red, white, and blue. And let's see what color. So we would do that white. Just playing around with it. Let's go ahead and let's add, just for the hell of it, we're going to actually put Women's Football Alliance, and we're going to put it inside there. I'm going to use a Helvetica. Remember, fonts are important. I don't want black. But I want something a little let's try that. Instead of arching it, we're going to do something that we haven't done before. We're actually going to type it. And bring it over a bit. Yeah. give it just a little more bend to it. There we go. Looks good. And so now we know what it is. Women's Football Alliance. Let's see. Let's see if we can. I think I like the font, but maybe thinner. Actually, it looks fine. So I think we did a good job of redesigning the logo from a really, really bad design to something that works better and conveys it a hell of a lot better than this. And I think it works just fine. The blue, my criticism, and so let's go ahead and let's point out the criticisms of this logo. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, let's move this out the way. We don't need this, but we're going to move it to another layer because you never know when you might need it. So we'll just move it to the invisible layer. And so what I'm doing at this point is I just want to highlight a few things. So we're going to type out the highlight. So we're talking about most important is bad composition. That's the biggest thing. So you have bad composition. Okay. The next we have is color choice. And you have too many colors. So we have bad composition, too many colors. Let's slide the colors over here. That's the first one. Too many colors. I guess really that sums it up for everything. These are the two major issues that I have with the original design. Yeah, if they were gonna do the whole crouching thing, the runner, they should have showed more of the body and the color composition as well, because you have the black with the navy. So the black is the navy is living within the black field, and then you have that star, which in a circle doesn't make any sense. They would just better off leaving the star by itself on the football without the circle. You didn't need the circle. Like I said, this is a bad composition, and just more importantly, it is a really, really bad design. Okay, really bad design. I can't stress this enough. Really bad design. And so Thank God we have Tate Design Group. Let's move that to the layer. We have Tate Design Group to show us the way. And there you have it. A really bad design to a really redesign, a good redesign. Let's actually write that in here. Or should I say great redesign. Moving from really bad design to really great design. And it works. Well, this is your first episode of really bad design, and I hope you guys have liked it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let people know that somebody's always watching, and great creative minds, we like to improve upon designs, especially really improve upon really bad designs. Well, that's it for today. Come back, check us out later at Tate Design Group. We have a lot of cool stuff there for you to look at. All our great designs are there. So until next time, we'll see you guys later.